Welcome back to Gogeeko, and today I'm covering a very hot topic, ChatGPT. So we will be talking about ChatGPT prompts, and I can assure you that it will increase your personal productivity and also work productivity by at least 10x. So let's dive in. So first things first, what are prompts? In this context of ChatGPT, prompts are the instructions or queries we give. So let's start with some good examples. And remember to start playing with ChatGPT prompts. Iterate or ask follow-up questions and keep refining your prompts. Let's first look at some general simple examples of prompts, and then we will explore little more or complex ones. So the way I'm going to cover this video, I have already provided a lot of prompts and got answers from ChatGPT. So I'm just going to cover over so that we can finish this video quickly. So let's look at some of these general prompts first. Write a simple and short note, a thank you note from my family on the occasion of Thanksgiving, right? ChatGPT created this simple response. Now, then this is what I mean by reiterating. Like now you will ask something else. Like I said, make it a little longer and use simple English word which shows love between us. And then it created that. And then I copy pasted that. Maybe I changed it a little bit and sent it to my family. And I feel it was a really nice gesture because sometimes I do struggle with writing English or even in in my own native language. Now think of ChatGPT as a personal or a genius intern who needs clear and specific instructions to help you. Also, I wanted to say that this is the first video we created using ChatGPT. I was correcting my sentences. ChatGPT has created a script for me, which I would say at 80% of it I have used it. And some of the examples which I'm going to show, I asked ChatGPT to give me like what example should I show. You can use this same strategy for writing email responses, right? You can write email to your boss or like a email which is going to many of your subscribers. You can actually write a movie story. You can write a book. You can just do so much with ChatGPT. Now here's another example. What is the most common question or prompt people are asking you? Give me table with top 10, and it gave me this top 10. Then what I say, okay, I was not happy with this because it was just too general. And so I said, instead of generalized categories, give me top 20 real common prompts people are asking you. And then I thought, like, what should I cover for this video? And I chose exercise for specific muscle group. Then I prompted, provide me exercises for tennis elbow injury, right? Then here it provided me. And then I said, it was like too many for me. I said, can you add links and only provide 3 exercises? I'm using GPT 3.5 and right now it does not provide links and all. But, it gave me the 3 top exercises which I should do. And also what would you do is just copy paste, put that in YouTube or online and you will see the pictures, but you got the idea, right? It's again, it's not gonna do everything for you. You will take a lot of assistance from it. Now let's dive into some more examples, probably data related, because data is what makes AI, what makes ChatGPT. So here is a data example. I think you can resonate with me if you are in the testing field, that how much time it can take to create a test data. Now here I wrote, you're a data engineer, create test dummy data with 20 rows in 2 files, which are related by department ID. Refer below 2 sample data sets to create this, and boom, he created employee data and it created department data and it's joined by department ID. So here it created the customer data, right? The customer sample data. Now in file 1 customer data, add some values for the last field as well. And then it added some values for the last field, which is value 3. Then what I say, hey, put some actual values and not the word value in the last field. Then what it did, it put the values in it. And then I actually make the last field lowercase. And then it made it lowercase. Wow, this is just crazy. Now below is the department file sample because I also wanted the department data. and then here I provide the department data, and then what it did, it's created the department data. And if you look at it, 10, 20, those are the department IDs which in the customer data as well, right here, like 20, 40, right? And you will see the 20, 40s here too, 20s, 40s. Then I asked this interesting question, okay, now join the two data sets and give me the combined data set, and it gave me the combined data sets. So here's your kind of your relational data which is combined by the two files. This was like really good. Let me go to this one. What you can do is in ChatGPT you can actually provide your Python code. You can say how to improve that code, it will improve that code, or you can just say, hey, explain me in simple English what this code is doing. So I actually wanted some Python code in order to provide that example. And where should I get Python code? Well, I asked ChatGPT to create me a bad code. So let's look at this, my prompt. Give me a not so good PySpark code with 50 lines, which is loading data into a table from a zipped CSV file on AWS S3 bucket. Parameterize the code with variables, right? Then it created that code and it gave me that code. Now I could have asked next prompt as like, now explain me what this code is doing. In case if you don't know what that code is doing, like sometimes in your job, in your work, you have something which you don't know what it is doing, and you can just ask ChatGPT to explain that to you, right? It will explain that to you. So before I asked, hey, you're a beginner. Now I say, now you're an expert in PySpark. Rewrite above code by improving performance. Now here I'm giving details, right? Gotta give details. What do you really want to improve? Now the bad prompt could be improve the above code, right? You're just saying improve. The word says improve the code for performance, improve the code for readability, modularity, all those kind of things. Like I'm giving all that details. Boom. Here you go. It created these functions, right? It's more modular now. They did wrote this code, but I don't know how it's improving the performance. And then I asked, explain me how this above code is actually improving the performance. And it shows me how it's improving the performance. It wrote all those things through, and I can actually do a lot more. Like I had an idea, okay, I wanted to break that code. If the file size is greater than 10 GB, then load those files sequentially, and if the file size is less than 10 GB, then just load it in parallel, because those are small files, you can load them in parallel quickly. Like ChatGPT can write that kind of a code for you, there you go. Like, here it's figuring out the file size. Then I also wrote, like, it did not put the right comments. I said put the right comments, right? If the small files is less than 10 gig, large files is greater than 10 gig. And here you see it improved the code by giving me, more doco or the more comments, so that the code is even more readable. Like here, the large file size greater than 10 GB, less than 10 GB load in parallel, like all that it wrote here. That was like just beautiful. And I actually wrote that. Now here's another example of SQL query which I asked for, like, hey, give me some SQL queries. Like if you have a bad query, you can just say, hey, improve this SQL query, and then it'll improve it for you and say, explain me how you have improved the query. This is ChatGPT, and I just wanted to show you, like, you have Bard also, which is by Google. Bard is also pretty good. Also, I wanted to show you Copilot, which is a Microsoft AI companion, and you can ask anything, like same as ChatGPT. Like I'm using ChatGPT 3.5, and I'm waiting to get the upgrade to ChatGPT 4, and I'm sure it will be very useful for me. So really, sky is truly the limit. With that, I would say happy learning, and I'll see you in the next one. Go play some sports. सच में देखा जाए तो ये AI कुछ है नहीं, जाके कुछ खेलो. And please don't forget, you know what, right? Subscribe, share, and like. Namaste.